All right, good morning. My name is Michael and I am known as A26 Mike. A little bit about my background is I'm a Marine, have been for the past 15 years for those of you watching, and having an aneurysm that I currently have a beard. I'm currently on convalescent leave and due to having back surgery and then emergency back surgery the following day, followed by dual lung pneumonia and a hemothorax. So I basically had blood in both of my lungs, and I haven't left my room in, I don't know, a couple days now. So shaving is the least of my concerns in the moment. So other than that, I'm an instructor and I've taught many different courses over the past 5 years. However, the transition to teaching on YouTube is different and new to me, so bear with me. And that's enough about me. And let's move on to our main topic. Today we will be going over how to set up a necessary development environment for Arma 3. I used to make mods by writing some files, packing PBOs, and then I would load them as a local mod in Arma, and it would fail. It would give me an error. At this line, something was missing and or wrong formatting. And one day I spent 80 hours or 8 hours packing and packing and packing. And one time I finally got a mod to work, and I loaded the game without an error. So by watching this video, I will help you save time and navigate the confusing, sometimes difficult Arma modding community. All right. Student prerequisites. This course requires a basic understanding of code editors, how to use Steam, the basic understanding of a PBO, and how to use Google, and read documentation. All right, so the main topics that we're going to be going over is learning how to set up an ARMA 3 development environment, also known as a P drive, the correct way. There are multiple ways to do this. The way that we're going to be doing it today is with Micro's tools. Supporting topics, things that we're going to talk about is what is a development environment and why does Arma need a dev environment? Okay, so the things that we're going to have to do during this video, we're going to have to download Arma 3 tools. We're going to have to download Micro's tools. And the third step is we're going to set up the P drive. All right. So first we need to understand what a development environment is. A development environment is where developers do most of their work depending on the software being made. So it's basically where they program. You work in an environment that has nothing binarized and everything is human readable. Development environments are not just for Arma. Many programming languages have integrated development environments, also known as IDEs, that automate or make the process simple, like Visual Studio Code, or correction, I'm sorry, Visual Studio 2019 for C++ or IntelliJ when working with Java. IDEs even help with building and packaging executables or .exes. There is an IDE that I know about to make development simpler in Arma. However, programmers have done a great job to simplify the process, like Micro and Brett with his tools for Hemet. All right, so why does Arma need a development environment? The simple fact is you don't. You don't need one. You can do what I did. However, you can make a mod without ever making a P drive. When I started, I never had one, and I've successfully made mods and released some to the Steam Workshop. One of my favorite mods was a Crow system for the UH80. It's on my Steam profile, and I love building it. It just took me a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of errors that I didn't find. I kept on having to restart Arma. End of the day, making a P drive will make your development process a little bit simpler. And for this one, we're going to be using Micro's tools. And those will help us find some of the bugs. Check file paths, including macros. And the great thing about having a P drive is all the Arma 3 data is unbinarized, meaning you could look through it at any time and reference it and see how Bohemia did something, or pull a value, or look at configs. One of my favorite things to do in Arma is editing configs by inheriting vanilla items and changing into values and playing around with them and seeing what they do, especially things like smoke and effects. All right, so we're going to get into a topic now that will cause quite a stir in Arma, because just like anything, there's multiple ways to accomplish making a development environment. All right. There is Dokkan PBO, which can be used to create a virtual PB or P drive without ever unpacking PBOs or wasting disk space. It's a good tool. I've never used it. I do not know how to use it. And then the other tool we'll be talking about is Hemit. It could mount directly to the folder structure inside a PBO or a directory, and it's a build system for Arma 3 powered by Arma 2 Make for Linux and Windows. We use this build environment for the 60 project. However, I do not have enough experience to talk about it educatedly. Then Micro's tools and the P drive is not the only choice, but it's the one that I know the most about and how to set it up. So next, we're going to be going over downloading everything, installing everything, and setting it all up. And for that, I am going to click over to partial face. All right, here we go. First thing we need to do is come over here, right click Steam, and we're going to go to our library, and we're going to go to Arma 3 tools. So up here, you can look and you'll see tools, software. Let's see what software we have available just for Blender and something else. All right, so we want tools and search Arma. Right now I have Arma 3 profiling branch. If you want to know how to change the branch, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is go to properties, go to betas, and then you put in the beta access code. You could use Google to find this, and then you could change between development build, profiling build, and that's pretty much how it works. I like staying on profiling build at all times, and the servers that I run are on profiling build. So over here, never download Arma 3 server, and that's because Arma comes with a server already. You don't need to download a separate server. So Arma 3 stools, Arma 3 tools. Click install, create a shortcut. We're going to make sure we're on our C drive. Disk space available. Create desktop shortcut. There we go. There we go. Finish. And we're going to click launch. Play Arma 3 tools. Play. Yes. And then we're going to open something like add-on builder. Perfectly fine. All right. Arma 3 tools are open. I'm going to come over here and go to preferences. I'm going to go to options. And right now, this is the path to my P drive. I don't have one because I deleted it for this. And basically, it just needs to know where your Arma 3 exe is. And right here, you could reset this up later. All right, next thing we need to do is download Micro's tools. And because of Sticky, he made a very good tool. It's an all-in-one updater. Arma 3 homepage. So I have paid tools, and this talks about what all the tools do. Also inside of the files, there are documentation. So the only thing we need to do is come down here to this Micro all-in-one installer, download it. All right. We're making progress. Go to our downloads folder. All right. Obviously, I've done this a couple times. And you're going to get that warning. Run anyways. Yes. English. I accept. And then all-in-one. All-in-one. Create a desktop. Yeah, I'll do that. Install. Finish. Yes. Out of date. Oh no. Settings. Advanced user. Update tools. We're going to update all of our tools. Before, you used to have to do this again. Everything's up to date and everything's installed. Correct? Oh, we'll cut that out. So we need to... Next thing we're going to type in is Arma 3P. Oh, right here. It says enter a drive to extract to. We're going to click P. Then it's going to say P does not exist. Do you wish to make one? Yes, I do, because I want to do it the easy way. I don't want to create something. Bam. Okay, set path has been created for you. And it will come over here. And it made me a P drive with a set key. Right now, I'm going to show you a trick. If you want your P drive to start every single time you start your computer, you're going to come down here. You're going to push Windows and R. And then you're going to type in shell startup. You're going to press OK. You are going to copy this file and paste it right in here. So every time Windows starts, your P drive will start. All right, so we're going to go back to here. We're going to push K. It says full extraction instead of layers, dubbing, missions, base add-ons only. And I'm going to put no. I don't need everything. I just want to have the basic stuff. However, if you're a mission maker, it's a good idea to look at the missions that Bohemia have made. There's some very good missions. This is going to take a little bit. Maybe 10 or 15 minutes, but it's populating your P drive. So far, we've installed Arma 3 tools, and we could go back to tools, and we can come over here and see if they're open. I think they're still open. We could close this. We don't need it anymore. We could close my script. And Steam. Samples. We could install this. And we're going to put it... yeah, we'll put it here. Finish. So Samples is a good program. It basically gives you a rough idea of how to basically do everything modding wise in Arma. I'm on development branch. I don't know if there's much of a difference, to be honest. When we're waiting, I'm going to show you how to install Arma 3 development environment sideloaded. So you come down here to your tools. Mine's already installed. This is a custom batch file that I use. I could explain it more if there's questions about it. We will use edit with Video Studio Code. But basically what it does is check a folder for mods and loads it, and then starts it with these config values. File patching, which is going to be a whole nother topic and a whole nother video. Alright, so while we're waiting for this, we're going to come over here and go to Game Updater, and we're going to click Yes, let it install. And you have options. Do you want to do development branch, legacy, main branch, or release candidate? This is a good way to have multiple branches loaded at the same time. Access code. If you have an access code, you can play that. If you could click handle Steam client, you click save, and you click update. And I'll show you what that does. It should close the Steam client and then update. However, I can't promise anything. I might have to manually close it. It looks like it's doing it correctly. If you don't mind, I'm going to take a drink of water. And I said, I'm doing this all live. We're not going to edit this video whatsoever before we put it up on YouTube. This is actually getting pretty close to being done. Logged on. Let's see. Sometimes I just exit Steam and it magically will start working, to be honest. Right now, what's going on is Arma 3P is unpacking every single Arma file. Alright, so logged in, waiting for user information. 1236. Everything seems to be working. Oh, and that was an annoying noise. Alright, so let's talk about the directory and how it works. So you have your normal Arma 3. You go to your common. So we have our Arma 3, like you normally would. And for those of you that want to run a dedicated server and know how to start it, there is server profiling here. But there is... Where's the server at? Arma 3 server right there. Just start that binary. There's no point to download another instance. I run my things a little uniquely. But coming over here to development, and you have everything over here. Missions, multiplayer missions, and most importantly, is diag exe. This is how you do a lot of commands. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but it's extremely useful for development. For me personally, I make a custom script. I put the mods in this folder. The script checks this folder for mods and then adds it to the mod line, and then that's how I do it. Any questions from anyone on my stream so far? I guess I could pop the chat out if you guys start talking and interacting. But that's all you need to do for that. We could look at some of the other tools here. Image to text to viewer. It's a really good way to open up PAAs. And you can convert them between PAA, PNG, TGA, and there's two different formats that we use on Arma. Well, one format, it's going to be PAA, and then so transfer everything to PAAs. However, when you go back, you could use PNG, or you could use I'm drawing a blank here. TGA. TGA is what's mostly used for modding, especially when you're editing it. Publisher, this is how you publish to it. All of this stuff up here, I have never used. All right, here we go. Everything has worked. We have completed our P drive. All right, and we're just gonna check. Close everything down. So we taught you guys a couple things in this video. Let's make sure we have a P drive first. All right, so you have your map legend. Everything in here is unpacked. PVO, prefixes, yep, Arma 3, ARF, producer. There we go. And you notice the TXT, Heli Light. Here's the thing. You will not be able to open any one of these models. They're all binarized. This does not unbinarize the models. However, you can look at the scripts and see what the scripts say and read it and see what they do. Also, you come back here. Let's go to not boats, characters, data, destroyer, missions. I'm sure there's missions down here. Maps. Yeah, you could look at maps. Let's look at the bigs. Yeah. You can see the map size, grid, everything defined on the maps, lighting. Any of this you could overwrite just by inheriting. All right. So go back to full face. Yeah, so I hope this helped you guys learn to set up your P drive using the Micros tool way. I will learn the other ways and get more experience from other senior devs about setting up different types of environments and make further videos. I hope this was useful for you. Thank you very much.